Community Task Force is part of the Young Person's Guarantee, and CPO Media, in conjunction with In Training, are offering media placements to the young unemployed. And as part of that, we've been working with TV4Change, and they've all been working on a project to film an acoustic session of a local band called The Finest Hour.
Me and you, kid, we could have took the world's on. Instead, we now move miles apart in unfamiliar ways.
Well, my trade is a sound engineer. I thought it'd be really good to get involved in the volunteering side of things in order to give my skills to some of the companies around here, and obviously CPO Media is probably the perfect one for that. With CPO Media, we've been involved in work with TV4Change also. We've been working on the project at the minute called, well, it's the Finest Hour project, where we've recorded a local band in order for promotion for their single that are released on iTunes.
For the Finest Hour, we've been producing a video and an interview with them and putting it together over many weeks. A few of the guys from Community Task Force went and filmed them and took photographs, and we've just been helping to put it all together and making it good to represent them in a good way.
It's a very long process putting something like this together. You never realise when you're watching sort of a short clip how much actual effort has gone into it. It's sort of like you're filming it to begin with, and to get each take perfect, you need at least 5 different takes of that particular scene to get it good. And then the editing process, getting the sound to match up with the video, is very difficult as well.
We went to film The Finest Hour at a venue in Cleethorpes. We just did a fair few takes, basically just filming them, did an interview with them, get to know them, and then we've been editing the footage of what we've filmed.
We went through the whole process. We went through the production planning of the project. The guys put a risk assessment together for the project. We then discussed camera angles, setting up the camera. So they've learnt the full process of what it takes, really. And then obviously editing, the guys put the edit together using Final Cut Pro. A lot of hard work was put into the editing, and I think it shows by the end result.
So it goes, sometimes we get things wrong.
Volunteering, any sort of volunteering is a good way to increase your skills and provide something for other people.
The Community Task Force is definitely a great project to be involved in, particularly if you're career-minded. It's that experience that you need, and it's a great place to get it at.
I think the guys have picked up some new media skills. They've picked up industry standard software, Final Cut Pro. They've also had a chance to use the cameras or the equipment, which we don't normally have access to, and it's a chance for them to actually gain some proper experience within a local community TV company, really.
The skills I've learnt whilst working for Community Task Force and TV4Change, they'll never leave me. They've built on the skills I already had in editing and filming, and I think I'll be able to use them for getting jobs in the future. It's also opened up a lot of my knowledge about the filming, because there was several things in editing I didn't know, and I learnt a little bit extra on certain topics that I struggled with before.
We had a bit of a get-together, watched the end result, the accumulated hours of filming all ground down to 3 or 4 minutes. It was good.
Today we saw the final piece, so we had a little get-together in one of the rooms with a few nibbles, and we all sat down to watch it to see everyone's hard work all paid off.
I think the end product is absolutely brilliant. I think it's really good to see it in a nutshell as it is. I think I'm very proud of everyone that's worked on it, and including myself. I think it's something really good that I can use for my portfolio work in the future.
The finished piece is really, really good. Really impressed by the way the guys have come on board with the project. Their commitment to the project has been fantastic. Some of the volunteers on the task force have been really skilled, a lot of experience in different fields, and it's just great to get people on board who've got them skills and just improve them skills so that they'll be able to use them in the future.
Yeah, it's been really good working with Community Task Force and TV4Change, and I've learned a lot of experience
With this project, I mean, I've been able to be so creative with my skills as a sound engineer. I think it's been really good to learn programs that I've never used before, like Final Cut Pro, for example. Not really knowing much about video editing, it's sort of like made me realise how much work's actually involved in all sorts of editing skills. And it's really just made me appreciate, you know, what other people do in the industry.
Working on the Finest Hour project, it's been good for me. A local filming company who I showed the video to have come to me and asked me to do a few side projects for them.
I think the Community Task Force guys have really enjoyed working with TV4Change. It's given them a chance to use some of the skills that quite a few of them already learnt at university and not had a chance to put into practice.
Yeah, working with the Community Task Force has been a really fantastic experience. Me personally, I've really enjoyed working with the guys. Tina, the project coordinator for the task force, has been really good to work with, and we hope to work with CPO Media a lot more in the future.
I'd encourage anyone to get involved with TV4Change. It's an important part of the community, community projects, getting more understanding of young people in the area. It's like without stuff like TV4Change and Vox magazine and all these other things, we wouldn't be aware of community issues as much, and I think that's very important.
Yeah, I'd definitely recommend getting people involved with TV4Change. It's useful for people to know who TV4Change are and what they do and how they can get involved, and yeah, basically get a really good experience out of it.
Move on. You have to let go and move on.